Today is June 30, 2020, and I am Helene Eloff. I've been working through the latest Level 3 lockdown regulations, and I'm here to tell you what you need to know about gatherings and places that are still prohibited to the public, although government has recently eased lockdown regulations in South Africa. My previous video that was filmed a few minutes ago elaborates on the rules when it comes to movement. When can you move within a province? When can you cross boundaries? And what documentation do you need to do so? So if that relates to your question, just scroll down on my page and check out my previous videos. So let's get to gatherings. As you know, faith-based institutions may now proceed with their activities. In other words, you can go to church, for example. Maximum of 50 persons allowed and social distancing applies. You can also go to a funeral, but you will need the prescribed permit to cross provincial boundaries. If you are going to a funeral, maximum of 50 people are allowed at a funeral at a time. You can go to your workplace and you can have workplace gatherings subject to social distancing and other health protocols. Conferences and meetings may resume. No more than 50 people may attend such a conference. Social distancing applies, and I'm actually working on a Caxton local media feature that tells you everything you need to know. So if you are in the conference facility business, keep your eye out for that. I'll be sharing it on my page real soon. Gatherings are also allowed at cinemas, theatres, casinos, and the limit of the persons that might attend these venues are 50. The limit is 50, and then agricultural auctions have also been allowed. Once again, you're looking at social distancing and health protocols. Let's get to sporting activities. Many people have asked me questions about sporting activities. When will it resume? When can we watch sport again? Unfortunately, the answer to that question is I don't know. And when can I train for my sporting activities? Now, in short, the following sporting bodies have been given the green light to train up to a certain extent. And these bodies are Cricket South Africa, the South African Anglers and Casting Confederation, SA Gymnastics Federation, Tennis SA, SA National Climbing Federation, Canoeing SA, and Swimming SA. So how did they get the green light? They adhered to the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture's requirements, and they came up with a whole plan on how they would like to keep training for their competitions in a way that minimizes the spread of COVID-19. They then submitted their action plans and were then given the green light to proceed with their training activities subject to COVID regulations. In addition to these bodies, the Premier Soccer League have provided their plans on managing the COVID-19 related risks. These plans have been approved and they may also proceed with their activities. In addition to those already mentioned, we can now visit museums, galleries, libraries, archives, and this must be done subject to the directions that government provided. Personal care services, as I'm sure you know by now, has reopened. This includes services such as hairdressing, beauty treatments, tattoo parlors, makeup, and hair and nail salons, to mention only a few. So we now know what we can do, which gatherings we can go to, what places are still not allowed, where can you still not go. Gyms and fitness centers are at the top of that list. We also have sport grounds, sport fields, and swimming pools, except for where this has been allowed. So if you've just joined in, just rewind a bit, and I will be listing the sporting bodies and activities that can resume at these premises. In short, you will know if you have permission to be at a sport ground or field or swimming pool. Bazaars, fetes, nightclubs, shebeens and bars are still off limits. You can't have an alcoholic drink in a public place, long story short. Accommodation establishments that have not been accredited may not resume with their activities. So if you would like to pay someone a certain amount to go and live in their private beach villa, unfortunately you cannot do so yet. Conference facilities are open, subject to strict regulations. Just keep your eyes out for my update on Caxton local media that's coming soon. And then beaches and public parks are still off limits, as are cruise ships. Just a last comment, Transport and Education departments are issuing directives from time to time. So if you would like to participate in transport activities or education, just ensure that you're up to date on the latest regulations. And that is my story for now.